Some of you may be aware that I spent the decade of my 20s in New York City. It was the 1970s. I'd moved there to, actually, I was following a guy, but that didn't work. So I decided to make a life for myself. I was a country bumpkin. I had no friends. I got two interesting jobs during that time, and those two jobs allowed me to go to school at night. I made friends, I had fun. I learned a lot about myself, a lot. A lot of what I am, who I am today, was formed in those 10 years in New York City. I think I'm going to make it a fictional story, mainly because a lot of the people that I will write about are still around, and I want to respect their privacy in a lot of ways. So I'm going to conflate some of the characters, and because it's fiction, I can have a little freedom to make the story what I want it to be, and keep it interesting. I think I'm going to call it Along the Broadway Local, mainly because in the 10 years I lived in New York City, I lived in 6 different locations, but they were all along Broadway, right off of Broadway, and I had to ride the Broadway Local. That was like what I knew, what I felt safe with. I think maybe I chose my jobs and even school based on that Broadway Local. I didn't veer very much from that. So I hope people will understand that, but I don't know. That's a little bit off for now. I think I'd like to take you on the journey with me writing at least the first draft of this story. So periodically I will come on and read passages to you to give you a sense of where we're going and what the story's like, maybe even get some reaction from some of you. So I'd like to start today with what could possibly be an opening. I have several that it could be, but let's start with this. So the protagonist, main character will be named Victoria Rose Flowers. I love that name. So let's get started with the first passage. Victoria Rose Flowers couldn't decide whether to put the thin blanket over the window to block the whistling wind or cover herself. It was a cold December night in 1970, her first winter in the first place she had ever lived alone. The single room was on the 5th floor of a residential hotel in the Morningside Heights section of New York City. The building was at the highest point in Manhattan. There was nothing to stop the seasonal nor'easter wind from pummeling the tall, narrow panes of glass, framed by weathered, paint-chipped wood. The window won the mental toss. She pulled on a wool knit cloche hat, an extra pair of socks, and covered her cotton pajamas with a sweatshirt and sweatpants. Her winter coat and 2 bath towels replaced the reallocated blanket on that first night. The next day, Victoria stuffed newspaper around the window sash and sealed it with duct tape she had bought while exploring her new neighborhood. Maybe that'll be the beginning. We'll see. Follow me and we'll see where this goes. Take care.